Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You can't help but to get hyped when you hear that.
That's what it's supposed to do. It's doing its job. Once again, it's on. Y'all live. We are the Just Us League, and this is the podcast known as Skate Talk, where we give you the skating and we talk about the skating. So, without further ado, we got to kick off who's on the show. We got down at the bottom on the ones and twos, more powerful than a locomotive, shooting red laser beams out his eyes. It is the super duper man.
The super.
Yes, indeed. I am in this thing, baby. Let's get it in.
Let's go. Who's over next there on the other side? The green father.
Questlove in the building, baby. That's what I'm talking
about. Sporting the He Got Game Fro, Denzel. What's up? It's your boy, The Dark Knight, and we're here. Like I said, you know what it is. It's Skate Talk. We got to get y'all to skating, and we got to talk about it. So, we got our boy. He just checked in. The king, the Dallas Skate Fair Classic King OD just chimed in. Boom.
Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis.
Boom. Okay, I see it.
You wish you could work it like us. Now we wish we could work like you. Shit.
Truthfully. True.
Yeah, you know what it is. We got to kick off the sponsors. Hit it, Super.
Baby, don't you stop. You taste so good like I know you would.
Boom.
Boom. Boom. League Skate Talk podcast sponsored by Ciroc, the drink that provides durability as well as drinkability, but you must what?
Drink responsibly, but get fucked up.
There you have it. Kicking off today's episode with the good green stuff, the honey melon.
Okay.
Rocking it with the lemonade.
Word.
Super, what you getting?
It's funny because we on the same thing. We doing some melons. I had to do the summer watermelon because it has been hot as the devil's ass here in the Midwest.
Hey, Mr. Time there, he was screaming. He said it's hot as a motherfucker there.
Gotta have some years. So you get the summer melon and you get the Caribbean fruit punch. That's a good combination right there.
All right. And we know green motherfucker. Blue dot straight out the bottom.
Straight out the bottle because you know I'm fat, so I gotta get back at it.
Straight out the bottle off of Mammoth's titty. Got it. All right.
We'll put that bitch in the hole.
That's what shit. Yo, so we got a good show lined up. We got some things to discuss.
Yes, indeed.
Let's go ahead and kick off what's coming up. Since we got OD on the line, let's talk about some of the things that are coming y'all way.
Okay.
So y'all can be on the lookout for it and prep yourself and get ready. We wanna talk about that stuff while we got y'all fresh.
Yes, sir. All right, so next month in July 26th and 28th, we got the VA Summer Splash that's going down. It is going to be some type of wonderful, man. I wish that we can make some ways to get out there, but it's going to be in Hampton, Virginia. Again, it's on July 26th through the 28th. VA Summer Splash, that's what's going down there. Later on in the year. Who that is?
Splashy VA.
I'm kind of liking that. Mm-hmm. I'm liking how that's going down. Here in St. Louis, though, we have something special going on next week. And it's real special for us because that's what we call the Hall of Justice. Saturday night is going to be a skate reunion back down at St. Nick's. St. Nick's was one of the places, man. It was just like all it really is an auditorium, but the floor was real smooth. And this is where the Justice League really got our feet wet. This is where we were born. This is where we just came up and just felt like, we wanted to share what we do with the world. So that's going to be a special night. Next Saturday, DJ Bounce is actually going to be DJing that joint. So that's going to be some type of special right there. So if you're here in the Lou, or if you can make it here at the Lou next weekend from 8 to 11, be down at St. Nick's. It's going down, man. I can't wait. I got to check that out. I just want to go back to get back into the league and just look like, we did this.
Definitely where we really honed our craft at.
Yeah,
we learned a lot of stuff at Skate King, but we honed it and dialed in at the Hall of Justice, while we call it
indeed.
Kind of like our practice center.
Yep. And we got one more event that's coming up on July 6th. It's called the Summer Sizzler 4. Battle of the Sexes. DJ AA and DJ Flash is going to be there. That is going down in Baltimore. So July 6th between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. to 1 a.m. It's going to be the Summer Sizzler, the Battle of Sexes. Again, that's going down in Baltimore. So if you're in the DMV area, go check that out.
Yeah, I think our Philly Jersey crew, Vince, Mimi, and Indy hitting up that one.
Yes, sir. And then IR. I'm glad you chimed in, OD. IR is going down too. So check that out. I don't necessarily have the exact dates on that one, but it's usually the first weekend of July, which is like July 4th weekend. My man D Breeze is throwing it again, man. We need these OGs to keep this legacy going as far as they can, as much as they can. And we're gonna just hope that everything goes down the way that it has been. But again, it's gonna be down in Chicago. First weekend of July. IR is what it is. I believe my brother the Bat is looking up the information on that one.
Yep.
Cool.
We'll get that to you here shortly. Yes, the July 4th through the 8th. July 4th through the 8th. Save the date.
So B, what number IR is that?
That's a good IR 13, my friend.
Wow.
IR 13. 13.
13 of them joints.
Yes, indeed. So yeah, that's a big event. Also, I know we got a couple of other parties and stuff coming up. I believe Indiana has a party late July.
Really? Okay.
The real Naptown Rollers. Let me make sure I get that out as well.
Yeah, that's really right there.
I believe they are throwing one. July 25th. They're starting theirs off on a Thursday.
Okay.
It'll be at Skateland. And they go from the 25th to the 28th that Sunday. So they've got a lot of stuff. Their meet and greet is on the 26th. They got it at Culture's Bar and Lounge. They got the Midwest Hoedown on Saturday. Georgia Street Rhythm and Blues with their main event and DJ Bounce, Biz, and is that Fantastic? They are DJing the main event. And the main event looks like is at Skateland. So they are back at Skateland.
Cool.
So definitely got to put that out. We'll make sure we read
back at the okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot they did leave that other place. That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Well, in talks with some of the real rollers, and they said they got in contact with Miss Tracy, and they got everything lined back up, and got it back on point. So that's a good ordeal.
Yeah.
All right. We got anything? Any other parties? Anything else we got coming up? I know it's other stuff that we'll just put out later in the day while OD is on here. We do have the Black Diamond.
I think that might be it.
The all black R&B party.
All black R&B party. So we just gonna pump that every show and get those details back up on the Justice League Facebook page, the Facebook talk page. So yeah, save the date, August 17th. Already booked. I'm coming. So say less.
Let's see. There we go. Perfect. All right. So first topic of discussion today. You all ready to move on?
Yeah, that sounds good. Let me set the timer. Let's go ahead and GL, since you got it.
Oh, I sent it in the group. You see it in the messages?
Yep, I got it.
You gonna read it. Read it.
I guess I'll be.
I was trying to get out of it.
You gonna read it. We gonna deliberate. Yeah, how about that?
Okay, I got you. I'll read it.
You filthy bastard.
I don't mess that up.
All right. So, we gotta say the name of this segment.
Yeah, right, we gonna kick off the rolling letter right out the gate.
Yeah, boom, right out the gate. All right, bet. So, boom. For this week's rolling letter, this month's rolling letter. This letter is about why real skaters won't skate with people who wear brown/rental skates. Is it that bad to skate with someone that does not have their own skates? In my eyes, skates are skates, and I think it makes people shy away from skating due to feeling like you have the Black Plague. That's pretty much it. That's the letter.
Okay.
Well, that's the comment, I should say, whatever.
Let's see. There was a thing right there that I wanted to say. I don't know if this person is a he or she, but in the letter they stated, in their eyes, skates are skates. Baby, that couldn't be farther from the truth. Anybody well, I won't say anybody. Let's say for most people that are verse skaters, they can tell you that each pair of skates that they skate in feels different. It's like tennis shoes. You know, each pair of tennis shoes you put on feels different. They fit your foot different, depending on if you wear Nikes, Adidas, and any other type of shoe brand. Each one feels different, lighter, depending on what kind of boot it is, what kind of whatever wheels you put on, how loose the bearings are, all of that. Skates are not just skates. I mean, they look it on the outside, but the feel is totally different. It's almost like saying all vaginas are the same.
Yeah.
No, when you get in some, there's a different feel, and some respond. So it goes the same with skates. Is it a bad thing for experienced skaters to try to skate with skaters and brownies? I think it definitely depends on where that skater and the brownies are at, where they're at, basically on a balanced spectrum, and really how much work that experienced skater is really willing to put in to really roll with them and help them.
Right.
There are a lot of times where you see a lot of older male skaters seeing a younger female, skater, and they're willing to go over and say, "Hey, baby, let me help you out here.
Right.
I'll work with you, But it ain't a lot of experienced female skaters that's gonna go over to an inexperienced male skater in brownies and say, hey, baby, I see you working here. I'm gonna roll with you. No, I'm not saying it's impossible and it never happens, but it's highly improbable.
Yeah, and if you say you do, I'm calling cap.
Dude, I'm telling you.
I'm calling cap.
Oh wow. We're sorry. Your son don't need to know about that vagina comment yet. He got to find that out on his own. So apologize, OD. We didn't know we had. I forgot to say viewer discretion is advised.
We had no idea.
Sorry about that, young Padawan OD. Young acolyte. Sorry about that. You'll find out about that later on down the line. You know when
you got to send up warning shots, sir.
Yeah, you gotta let us know if we supposed to be on our best behavior or not. Okay, we thought we was at the classic. We thought we was cut loose. So sorry about that for those who have viewer discretion is advised. But you know, to wrap it up, it just really depends on how much the experienced skaters are willing to put in work with them.
Yeah.
So nope, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because the way I look at it is, oh my gosh, the way I look at it is, sometimes a lot of people, well, most of the people who see brown skates, they remember how it felt to wear brown skates. And it used to be a stereotype on brown skates that you couldn't control the direction that they took you.
True.
Because most of the time in brownies, the trucks are not loose. So having that ability to turn and twist is just not there. And when you have your own skates and you got someone that you're skating with in the county brownies, that's what they call them, then that person is worried about where your skate is going to go because they're worried about you taking them down. So it's not that they don't want to skate with you. It's just that they are worried about their safety.
You made a good point because even with brownies, all brownies are different.
Yeah,
for real.
There are some brownies where the trunk is super tight.
Yeah.
Others where, you know, the left trunk is tight, the right trunk is loose, and you know, it just the front two wheels are wobbly and loose, and the back two wheels tight as that thing. So even all the brownies are different. So, you know, to go into that first part, my dear, all skates ain't all skates. You know, they ain't the same.
No, and it also depends on the boot too, because all brownie boots ain't the same either. Get alone the truck, the boot is a little bit different. So you could either get something, again, unfortunately, in the lower abdominal region, you can get one that's real tight, or you can get one that's real loose. That's as far as I'm gonna go with that one because we got young ears or so. But even then, it's like, you know, we've seen not expert skaters, but we've seen experienced skaters leave their skates on accident and they have to roll in brownies or whatever. And you know them when you see them. Yeah. And they willing to make that sacrifice. And that's different when you see them opposed to somebody that's just learning how to skate or whatnot. Yeah, there's that thing of safety that's involved with that. So, and that's why I definitely agree with my brother GL when he said that. It's like, hey, that's a lie. You could be a liability. I could skate with you or whatnot, and then as soon as we get to rolling, you fall, and then you don't know how to fall, so I'm falling on you, and then I'm hurt worse than what it could be if I was just to fall on my own. So it's not that we don't want to skate with you. It's just that we have to be real cautious when we do. That's all.
Yeah.
Also, there was a line in that letter that said, I think it makes people shy away from skating due to the feeling like they have the Black Plague. I remember very vividly when I first started skating. And I would come out to Coach Light a lot, or I would go wherever. And I didn't have my own skates. I was getting the rental joints all the time.
Yeah.
all the time. And the first time I wanted to learn something that I saw, like mainly I was just coming to just skate. Like I knew I had decent balance. So I knew I could just skate around the ring. You know, you want to bop and all of that. But when you start seeing experienced skaters and they're doing, you know, moves and they're skating a particular way or whatever that you might want to try and emulate, and you go up and ask them a question or something, the first thing they're going to look down at is your skates. And that experienced skater, when I asked them, like, dang, how you spin like that on your skates? Said, well, the first thing you're going to have to get is your own skates.
Right. Yep.
Because spinning in brownies, you're not going to get the same pair of brownies each time you come. If you're going to invest in trying to increase your progress with skating. Now, if it's not that big a deal to you and you ain't willing to invest in your own skates, you just come in to skate and roll around the rink and whatever song they playing, you want to, you know, bob your head to and wiggle your hips or whatever like that, and you're not invested in skating, then keep coming, getting the brownies and just going around the rink having a good time. But if you willing to really, you've been doing that and now you want to invest, like, yeah, this is something I want to do. It's something I want to grow in and get better and learn a couple things. Maybe not totally make it my lifestyle, but I do want to kind of grow with it. Then they're going to tell you get your own skates, because you got to get comfortable in one pair of skates first to learn all that stuff, to be able to be visual in or versatile in different styles and different moves and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we running down on 1:53. So y'all got anything to wrap it up on this letter?
No, I just say, what I will say is just buy your own skates. Skates aren't expensive. It's best to just, even if you get some cheap shits, it's best to get those to be able to control at least.
In different styles.
Like you don't have to spend $500 on some skates. Like there are some skates that you could spend $200 on and you'll be good to go.
Or $1,400.
Yeah, those Usher skates.
Right.
Yeah. Don't look at Usher and Chris Brown skating and spend the highest money on skates thinking you gonna
skate like them.
Yeah.
You can do those in brownies.
Exactly. Yeah, they look like they in brownies when they
skate. Facts.
Yeah, but
I swear we shit.
So you know, to go over like points in the letter again, why won't experienced skaters skate with skaters and brownies? Basically because their health and physical well-being could be in jeopardy.
Probably.
Their time could be wasted. It could not look as prominent for them to skate with a brownie skater versus another experienced skater. It might not be as fun, but hey, we all started somewhere. Somebody took us under the wing. Somebody, you know, took time out to work with us, even though we were terrible. So it's about those. Is it the worst thing ever to skate with somebody in brownies? Absolutely not. You know. So all right, that's our time.
All right, that's it. That's it for the rolling letter.
That's it for the rolling letter. All right, moving on. There was a video on Instagram by what most skaters know as Killer B. We got a comment right quick. I want to address that. Any of y'all skate Foam Roller World in Grand Prix? GL, I'll let you take it because you are a Texas resident.
Oh, okay. Let's see. That's Ajax Rodriguez. Okay, yeah. I skate there often, every Sunday, every Thursday, every Sunday. What's going on, Mr. Ajax? What you have a question or something? Because I'm more than willing to answer.
Yep. Yeah, he did just kind of
leave that out. Have the Foam World for the skate parties and the Sunday session as well too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Do you know the DJ?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Do you know the DJ schedule? Okay, yes, I do. So on Sundays, So the first Sunday, you say what, bro?
First Sundays.
Oh, yeah. So on first Sundays, you got what's our guy name?
Soul Train.
Yeah, Soul Train. I drew a blank for a second. My bad, Soul Train. You know I love you, brother. First Sundays, you got Soul Train. On second Sundays, it's second, third, and fourth Sundays. It will be DJ Slave, but on second Sundays, I now will be teaming up with DJ Slave Jordan. So you will see an additional DJ on second Sundays. But outside of that, on Thursdays, you got G Brown. And then on Fridays, you got my man Suave. And when I tell you Suave been killing shit lately, Suave has leveled up. I mean, the boy has leveled up. Let me not call him a boy. The man has leveled up. So
it seems like Suave he says he likes Suave. So
yeah, there you go. That's on Friday nights. But yeah, that's the schedule, Ajax. All right, so yeah, we can move on, I guess.
Okay. You got any other questions, Ajax? Please shoot them in the comment section. We shall get them. Returning to the topic at hand, the video for Killer B was on. Yeah, he has from what GL said. The video on Instagram, Killer B put up in regards to the New York and Jersey style skating. If you want to see that video, if you are a practitioner of the New York and Jersey style, to see what he's saying, it's on his Instagram at Back to King Killer on Instagram.
Okay.
You can check out his live video where he goes in, and I took a couple of notes down, but basically for a style skate for the New York, New Jersey style, one of the things he stated that I want to see what you guys' thoughts on is, for now, the younger skaters or the newer skaters come and learn, I want to say, portions of a skate style, and then they begin to teach it.
Yeah.
So one of his things that I want to see how you guys feel with, is it impossible to teach if you are not locked into that skate style and that skates culture? So it basically saying, if you're not aligned with the authentic people that do that style and have put in blood, sweat, and tears, should you be teaching it? Basically, you ain't put in the blood, sweat, and tears. You can't come in the game 3-4 years skating and now you teach them, so to speak.
Yeah.
I'm sure many people that participate in other styles can probably relate to this. So it not only just affects the, or pertains to New Jersey, New York skating, but obviously St. Louis, Chicago, all the other skate styles that we got, the slow walk, all of that, all of those styles. How do you feel about people who are not locked in to somebody who's authentically teaching that? For them to teach.
Who you want to start out? Who wants to?
Whoever wants to take it first.
I'll take it. In that regard, I feel like as an adult, a grown person, you can do as you please, but at the same time, you have to understand if someone doesn't want to teach you because of that. So I think it works on both sides. You can learn whatever you want to learn, and I'm sure you can find people to teach you what it is that you want to learn. But there are going to be some people that say, hey, I want you to learn what I'm teaching you first before you move on, because I don't want to keep teaching the same thing over and over because you're getting your moves confused with what I'm teaching you. You know how a certain situation where someone kept hitting your skate B? and you're like, okay, we should be beyond that point of our skates touching. Well, then it's how can I say this? Because I'm not trying to be rude. I don't want to be labeled as an asshole that I'm already labeled as, but but it's just that, some people just don't want to have to, they look at it as habits, as bad habits, as we talked about before we even started the show. They don't want to have to break habits that you're adding because you're learning more than one style at a time. For me, in my eyes, when it comes to something that seems difficult for other people, such as the St. Louis style, that's one style that I believe that most people would get kind of tight because you are learning something else, and then all of a sudden you're carrying that over into what they're teaching you. Any other style, I honestly believe when it comes to the Chicago style, and then even some of the Cali style, some of those styles were born, well, a lot of styles were born from Chicago. So it's easier for you to carry over certain moves when you're doing moves like the Cali skaters and moves like the Chicago skaters. Whereas in St. Louis, our crazy leg basically came from the quick movement of feet when you look at Chicago. So it's just all who you deal with. That's what I will say. So just don't be offended if someone chooses not to skate with you if you're learning other moves. That's what I'll say.
And real quick before I pass the ball to you, Super, I think it wasn't, but that is a good point that you made, that a lot of people are learning multiple styles at once. And I think that is a different kind of beast in itself, because I think you need to focus on one style at a time to get it down.
Like what you did. You focused on one thing at a time.
Yeah.
When you mastered it, you moved on.
In my opinion, I think that's the best thing to do. I think with anything, learning multiple things at once I'm not saying, again, this is kind of going to be my slogan. I'm not saying it's impossible.
Yeah.
But it's improbable that you're going to be proficient in all three or whatever, how many styles you're learning at once. I think take the one that you show the most interest in, get that down to, I guess, your comfortability where you want to be with it, and then move on, and try to get other stuff. And you can always come back to that one that you put blood, sweat, and tears in to get down. But make sure your focus is on one thing at a time, so you can really progress faster. It's going to prolong you learning 3 different styles, and you're not really going to see your progression for a while. That's my opinion with that.
Yeah.
I think on the back end of kind of his Killer Bees issue is that there are people who come in, there's young skaters that have come in and, focus on the style for maybe about a year or so, just one particular style for a year, 2, 3, maybe. And now they're instructing new skaters.
Oh, yeah.
So that's an issue.
Yeah.
And his gripe is, it's about, like you said too, often in your point, who you align yourself with. So he's wanting people who want to learn something to align themselves with the authentic people of that culture, who have put in 10 years plus, who've birthed and pioneered it. They may have not created the style, but they have put in and learned from authentic people. They're a part of that culture. Whether everybody agrees in the culture or not. You've been doing a style for 10 plus years. You're a part of the culture.
Facts.
So you have something to give, some point of knowledge. and he's saying that newer skaters come in and they want to automatically come in and put their own sauce on stuff.
Yeah.
And that's fine. That's fine. He's saying that's not a problem, but put your own sauce on it, but don't be out here saying it's the authentic version.
Yeah.
So we know that story all too well. You know?
I was just about to say that.
We definitely do. Speaking of,
Soup.
That was exactly what I was getting ready to touch up on, as far as that whole thing of authenticity and the branding of a certain style. Like, we have that controversy right here in the city, and nobody else sees it besides the people that are here in the city. And I'm glad that we keep that on the wraps, and I'm glad that we keep that on the hush. But the fact of the matter is that there's that controversy that disallows one person that we actually have that's you consider to be a pioneer here, don't even want to be involved or don't even want to be around this whole situation, just because of that controversy that we have with the style. So I hated that it came to that on that end. But getting back to the point of the subject, it's like, how can you for real learn from, I guess it's not really even asking the question. It's just more so to make the statement that I do kind of sort of agree with Killer B, honestly, because the thing of authenticity, as far as the skate culture goes, it's a dying art, because everybody wants to be seen, opposed to wanting to learn about, the root of what it is that they're doing. They just want to do it just because it's like the fad. It's the thing to do now.
Agreed.
So that's where a lot of the disdain comes from, like the skaters that actually put the blood, sweat, and tears in. This is where that disdain comes from. It's like, all right, well, we've been doing this forever, and we've been busting our asses and literally trying to create and perfect this craft of what it is that we're doing for the culture of skating. And then here comes somebody that's just like fly by nighting it, and they feel as though they could just take what it is that we've been doing for years, in some cases decades, and you think that you got it. Nah, you don't have it. And then there sets up dissension between these two, because this person here feels as though just because these are the people that originated it, or if not, that these are the people that crafted it, and these are the people that that put in the work or whatnot, just because they were the people that did it, that don't mean that they doing it right. Or they always have this thing of they're trying to reinvent the wheel to a degree, and that's where that tension comes in. And then it's like, when we were those, yeah, we did kind of sort of make our own rules a little bit, but then we also had to set the hell down and just understand, like, hey, these people are, they're working with us and they want to work with us. So we had to sit down and learn and be mindful of these people. This next generation or whatnot don't see it the way that we see it, or not that they're not seeing it how we saw it then. So I can understand where Killer gets angry, or not that he gets kind of sort of ticked off about the situation being what it is. But I mean, all honesty, what can you do about it? What can be done as far as the resolution to fix that problem?
The resolution is we come together.
Yeah.
The resolution is, unfortunately, opinions are like assholes out here. Everybody got one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
We got to stop as people of this skate culture, and I'm gonna just use it as this. We can branch this out far beyond just skating, but we as people got to stop looking at everything as we always need a battle or something to fight. We always need a situation of obstacle to fight. Skating is a hobby. Okay. Skating is a hobby. People come in, and like you said, Super, there are people who come in, and I think it's about what appeals to you. Just because you, the authentic creator or the authentic person in this skate style or culture, doesn't mean you appeal to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Mm-hmm. That is very true.
So if I'm coming into something, unfortunately, maybe the type of person I am, I appeal more to the person who's flashy, who's doing tricks and stuff like that, and maybe that appeals to me.
Yeah, facts.
It blew my mind because that's what appealed to me coming into skating. And it blew my mind when somebody looked at another person that I totally wasn't even like looking at and was like, look at how smooth that person is. I'm like, damn, they ain't doing nothing. They just skating. Say they skating so smooth, they ain't got to do nothing.
Right.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Boom.
Now I see things differently. You know?
Yeah.
Now I'm in a whole different light. Well, maybe you ain't gotta do all of the hippity hoppity and all of that stuff to be appealing or be considered good.
Right.
Maybe less is more.
Yeah.
But it's about what appeals to that person at that particular time. So just like I change.
Yeah.
If I can change,
you can change. Anybody can change.
Everybody can change.
That's a damn shame we went there. That's a damn shame. I knew you was going there.
When I saw that nigga lips,
I knew you was going there.
Hey, yo, what appeals?
Yeah.
What appeals? People are different. What appeals to the authentic and person may not appeal to them. So maybe this person who just came in, who got extra sauce, swagoo, that person is appealing. So when people who don't want to know about the history, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a history buff. I don't really care about the history of all the skate styles and moves. It's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much for me to process right. I'm not a history buff. I don't care about the history. I'll go out and say it.
You just want to do the move. You want to know.
That's all. I'm going by what I see. I'm a visual person.
Yeah.
I don't really care about the history. I don't care who came up with that move and then who that person got that move from and where it all started and when it took back. And I don't know the names. I'm not going to remember that. I'm not interested in history. There are some people who are, and I'm not going to knock them because if you're a history buff and that's what you want to protrude and you want to keep the legacy of all of that stuff alive, then that's why there are people like you who show that interest. That's why they have encyclopedias. But everybody is not in everybody's right to want to pick up the encyclopedia and know all about stuff that they're not interested in.
Right.
They come in to skate, and what they see is what they want to do. And it doesn't matter to them who's authentic and who's not. They see something, they want to learn how to do it, they see it, they like it from that person. That's who they want to do it to. And let's just come together, congratulate that. Everybody gonna have their people. Everybody got their people who gonna look at them and I like what you do. I see what you do, I like what you do.
Because to me, wouldn't you think that if it was something, if you want to look at the history side of it, let's take a look at this. We're going to dive into it a little deeper.
I don't give a shit.
If you want to dive into the history side of it, look at it this way. Something that you may have started is spread it out to the masses, but you're so worried about wanting people to know that you did it. You're missing a point.
You're missing all the heavenly glory. You focus on the finger.
Right. You focus on the finger.
But don't concentrate on that.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like, let that shit blossom. Because when it gets larger than life, then you can step out and say, hey, I'm the person who was on the frontier for this in the beginning. However you want to put it. Whatever you want to say what the fuck you want to say. Because I'll lie my ass off in a minute. I created that shit. But
I don't even think the creation, they thinking the creation, whoever created it, is the glory.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. And it's not.
What are you getting out of that? Other than the fact that
be on the movement.
Right.
If you created it, don't worry about starting the bandwagon. If the bandwagon already going, then hop on that motherfucker. Be on the bandwagon as it's going, so you can be moving and you can be there, and people can see you on. Don't try to be like that bandwagon moving. I'm isolating myself from that bandwagon. That ain't hot. Cut that off, and this is the right way. And
people do not care about that bullshit, and the reason why is because, just like B said, he just wants to learn it.
Yeah.
I just want to get what's appealing to me. And I'm not a middle skater. That don't appeal to me. I'm sorry. Skating in the middle, doing the tricks. It's not appealing to me.
No,
I can do it, but I don't.
But that's not your niche. That's not our niche.
But do I, rah for middle skaters, and do I like them and what they do? I don't never knock nobody for doing something that I'm not interested in. I love it. Miraculous spins is awesome. He
dope as hell.
Yeah,
like it's God given.
And you're right. And the fact is, he does all them spins, and he doesn't care who teaches. He doesn't care who spins anything like him. If someone stole a move, Spins wouldn't care. Spins gonna smile. He gonna get happy, and he gonna get involved too.
Mm-hmm.
And you are taken away from the culture when you are fighting the fight, and the people that you are fighting with don't even know that you're fighting with them.
Exactly.
That's the part right there. That part right there. The people that the people that you're fighting don't even know that you're fighting them, because you being distant to them, or not that you're just creating a whole damn avenue of just a whole nother planet that's between the two of y'all, and you have no idea why. So just
why are you wasting time and energy
for nothing?
Battle for nothing, when collectively, if y'all all came together, it would be like no other.
Yeah,
that's it.
We just made it one event, one all, seek all. Put everything there and let the people decide. Everybody can eat.
The facts. Do you see anybody in Chicago getting mad at somebody teaching JB?
I'm sure they are. This is not just a St.
It ain't just us.
Obviously, it's happening in with the New York, New Jersey style.
But what
it's a cultural thing. I think we worried about the wrong things. We so busy.
I agree.
Not having the unity and not trying to be our own pioneers, trying to segregate ourselves to be the it person. We all want to be the it person instead of just coming together and be the it team, to be the it city, to be the it state, to be the
it community. Damn, how about that?
World. It's all collective. It's all in one thing, but we so busy a Rubik's cubing every fucking thing that you lose sight. It causes segregation. We turning each other against each other, and we all here to just enjoy the hobby.
Because the weird thing about it is you remember how things were in the beginning, and now you see some people don't even talk to somebody over nothing.
Over nothing. And I remember when we wasn't really even that much deep into it to even know about all of that.
Yeah.
Right. I remember that shit.
There were real relationships that were built, and then all of a sudden, out the blue, is just people went their own separate ways.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not out the blue. It happens, and they're mainly out of miscommunication. Mainly out of one person seeing something one way and the other person seeing it a different way.
Facts.
And we don't know how to have those conversations and come together and be like, okay, well, how you viewing it is not that's not what I'm doing. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm sorry you looking at it that way. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm sorry if it came off that way.
And what I will say is, for me or any of my two brothers right here, if you feel like we got a problem with you, bring it to us. Come talk to us.
Right.
Let's straighten that out now, because that's not what we're on. We are never on any type of mission to have any problems with anybody in the rinks, and something.
And I don't even want to put it as just on us. I think that's a statement in general. If you have problems with somebody,
take it to that person.
Take it to that person and just say, now I do know that a lot of folks don't want to hear your problem with them. Yeah. Because they not on what you on. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of folks out here calling people weird, and they weird themselves.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like all this weird energy they talking about, people giving this weird energy too.
Yes. Hell yeah.
If it ain't the pot calling the kettle black and the cat black itself, you know.
Hey, shout out to our Detroit brother. He said he's here for note taking.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna help you any, but
yeah.
These notes though is universal. I think it's just.
I'm quite sure you're dealing with the same shit in Detroit that we dealing with here in some way, shape, form, or fashion.
I'm sure. Yeah. It's everywhere. I believe.
And it's been everywhere. That's the sad part about it. It's been everywhere.
And remember, it's all about how you bring it to a person too. So
that's important. That's really important.
You have to examine yourself before you go talk to anybody, and the way that you present it is also a way that can help make things easier.
Yeah. I mean, if you come at me with asshole, don't get mad when you get greeted with asshole. That's all I'm saying.
Fill in our Detroit brother right quick. There's a video on Instagram for Killer B. Instagram, Killer B. He is discussing the fact of new skaters coming in teaching a style who haven't put the blood, sweat, and tears into it. You know, new skaters coming in skating on a style for 3-4 years, when there are other authentic skaters from that culture, from that style, who've been skating 10 plus years in that style. They're teaching over them. So we're basically talking about not really having a problem with them teaching over them. Just come together. Help them teach better then.
Facts.
Don't sit there and segregate them and look at them like, man, how you teaching that? I've been doing that for 8+ years. You come in here 2 years and skaters want to learn from you?
No, facts.
Why we always come to the terms where we got to make everything a competition, or make somebody out to be a villain? We always trying to fight an antagonist, protagonist type of fight with hobby stuff that's supposed to collectively bring folks together and supposed to be fun.
Yeah,
facts. I ain't never seen nothing about skating where you supposed to make it about who did what and who doing what and who need to pay homage and show tribute to. Too much for me.
And just for our people who don't know, our Detroit brother is DJ ENT. He's the DJ up at Northland Skating Center up in Detroit, Michigan.
Boom. Boom. It comes to terms. It's the same thing with DJing.
Oh shit. We can
we can go into it, but we not.
Yeah.
But we not.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Well, so he said, so here in Detroit, there are literally only 2 sets of teachers to learn from, and everyone else is like freelance. Like either you can go to this group and you can learn, or another. If neither one works, you can always pay somebody else.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's what it is. And so another thing on Killer B's live was he was saying, well, instructors, like you said, GL, instructors don't want to break bad habits. So a top tier instructor is obviously a person who put in 10+ years, doesn't want to break the habits that a skater has learned from a newbie skater who's maybe good at the style, picked up a few things that newbie skater might have been appealed by that skater who hasn't been skating learned, but obviously has a little bit of skill to look good in it. may teach them some type of bad habit that the top tier skaters like, no, I don't want to invest my time in breaking your bad habits to teach you how I see or how I have been taught. And a lot of times how you have been taught doesn't mean as an instructor, you can teach everybody the same way as you've been taught.
Facts.
Absolutely.
Facts. And this is coming from somebody who teaches people in multiple things. I don't even like saying that I can teach people in skating. I teach and coach people on my job. I've got several other hobbies that I practice body mechanics in and every other thing you can think of. I've been blessed to be good at a lot of other things in skating. Some people only got skating in their life that they good at.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's true.
Some people have never taught anybody. So there's a difference too in a person teaching somebody who has no skill and then where you can teach somebody who has some skill.
Facts.
So it's easier for an instructor to teach somebody who has some skill. I can do that. But when it's from ground up, when you starting somebody from scratch and they want to learn your style, what's the thing I hear St. Louis skaters tell somebody? You got to learn to do what first?
Skate. Yeah, you got to learn the basics first.
The basics, yep.
You got to learn the basics.
Yep.
But you know what? That's not, so what's the basics then? If you're going to be an instructor, you got to teach them the basics.
Yeah, you got to go.
You got to tell them what's the basics and you got to show them. You don't send them off and be like, you want to learn my style, but you ain't got the basics. Go learn the basics first.
Yeah, exactly.
But you want to sit up here and preach about being an instructor and being elite and all of that? Give them the basics.
Right.
Or give them something that's basic and then tell them once you get this down, then I'll give you more.
I just wish we had a little bit more time because that leads into something else also. So I guess we're going to have to hold this till next week.
We might have to hold it till next week.
Next month, I mean,
yeah. Or maybe, didn't y'all do a pop-up? We might start doing pop-ups because that was a brilliant idea that y'all did a few weeks ago. We might just do a pop-up where we come on for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, and get off.
Yeah. Yeah. And that,
we'll let y'all know.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll let y'all know. We're gonna
or you'll just see us pop up.
Justice League pop up.
You might just see us pop up.
Just see us pop up. Just kick off a conversation, go into it, and then that's it.
Peace, nigga.
Peace. Deuces.
Right.
But you know, in summary, to wrap it up.
Yeah. Hold on. ENT said something else.
Yes, he did. He said there are students here that flock between classes, find it hard staying committed, and lots of the underteaching comes into play, and it's horrible. I've seen that.
That's kind of what Killer B is saying. For those who really want to go into depth on Killer B's thing, he was talking about the skate style from New Jersey, New York. But I think this pertains to all styles. What he was saying pretty much pertains to every style, different cities. You see new people come in, and they ain't put in the blood, sweat, and tears.
Right. Does he still have that posted on his page so where everybody can see? There you go.
The first video in the Instagram. His Instagram again is Back to King Killer.
Oh yeah,
Back to King
number
Killer.
2, right?
Killer B, y'all know him as
ENT. Share your information before we go, bro. Share your information.
Yes, sir.
Y'all know Killer B is one of the top tier music DJs for skate parties,
as well as a skater
by way of Atlanta. Also a skater.
And
he's saying he's put in a lot of years in this style, and people are stealing and watering it down. And really, this skate style and these skate moves, it's like the drug game.
Yeah,
people gonna go to where they can get the product that they can afford.
Yeah,
the product that they have access to.
Yep.
Some people don't have the money to get the cocaine.
15 seconds.
They don't have the money to get the cocaine. They got to get the diluted heroin.
Yeah.
Watered down to 3-4%. Everybody can't get Blue Magic.
No, everybody can't get Blue Magic.
It's a brand name like Pepsi. Some people got to get cola. They can't get Coca-Cola. So it's about what you got access to.
That's
and
it.
It's about, I think, what appeals who appeals to you. May not be the best person or the authentic person. Maybe the person who just came in and created something. It's just about that.
We every third Tuesday, ENT, every third Tuesday
of the month, but we are gonna do pop-ups. We may do a pop-up show before that, before next month on the third Tuesday. So please tune in. We're gonna put it out there. We're gonna put it on the Instagram and TikTok, on our TikTok, all the justice _5. So we just put stuff out there that we see that's relevant in the skate community, and we talk about it, and we get
of course.
We get feedback, and we get letters from people who have situations and in situationships in skating. So and we discuss it, and we give our best, and unbiased opinion.
Yeah, facts.
So we done went over our hours mark. We're gonna post the show. The show is gonna be posted on our YouTube page.
It's already there.
Already there.
That's what I'm
brilliant. So just in case if you missed the live, you can always go back and view the show. You can still comment in it, and we'll get it, and we'll make sure that we reply. If not, put the talk about those comments on the next show that comes up on our next pop-up. If we get so many comments, we might do a pop-up quicker than you think.
Yep. Oh, that's true. The more you talk, the faster we come. Oh,
there
wait.
Pause. No dude. No dude. Say that out real quick. Let's make sure we clean it up real fast.
Like they say in ATL, that's what he is. A quick pumper. A quick pumper.
Oh, man.
He famous. Yeah. All right, we wrapping it up. Without further ado, that is the end of Skate Talk. We will be back definitely be back for a live show. Let's see. What's our date for next month?
Our date for the next live show is July 16th.
16th. July 16th, we'll be back for an hour-long episode, but we will definitely put up comments. We will definitely put up posts for a pop-up should we feel the need to pop up and further discuss.
There we go.
That is our show.
Yes, sir.
Season's greetings.
Salutations. And all of the other good shit that you ain't never heard of. Right. So whether we be in Detroit, whether it be in Philadelphia, whether it be in New Jersey, down in the dirty part of the Texas states in Dallas, even in Houston, Chicago, and right here in the city of St. Louis, the Just Us League is here. We gonna be here. We gonna stay here. We ain't going nowhere. This is the best thing going, y'all. I'm telling you, diamonds are forever.
And so
is the Just Us League.
With that being said, the only thing that's left to say is,
let's get the fuck out of here. Yeah.
Rest in peace, Willie Mae.